Dill, deal, and deal once again. What's up, 23% Nation? This is your man, Coach D. Today, I'm back with Vegetable of the Day, the one and only dill. So maybe you want to know what's the deal with dill. Maybe you've never heard of dill before. Maybe you love it. Maybe you hate it. Well, whatever the case may be, please listen and watch on. Why? Because we're about to dive just a little deeper into the wonderful world of dill. All right, first up, a little bit of background information. Dill weed is part of the same family as parsley, cumin, and the bay leaf. It's native to the Mediterranean region and has been used since ancient Greek and Roman times as both a spice and a medicine. The name dill means to calm or soothe, and most likely originates from the plant's known ability to calm troubled stomachs and colicky infants. So, take a look at the picture, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do we have dill shown in the picture, but then we also have its seeds. Interesting. So there we have it, guys. A little bit of background information about the one and only dill. All right, more background information. Dill has been around for centuries for both food and medicinal purposes. Dill seed, dill weed oil, and fresh dill are the typical forms of dill and are often used by the food industry for added flavor in baked goods, snacks such as pickles, condiments, and as an ingredient in liqueurs. Now, take a look at the picture. Yes, you probably have heard of dill pickles, right? Well, not only have we heard of them, but you've probably eaten them before. So, if you've ever wondered where the dill in dill pickles comes from, well, guys, now you know. So there we have it, guys. A bit more background information about the one and only dill. All right, now it's time for a few fun facts. The fragrance industry has even taken advantage of dill by using it to produce soaps, perfumes, detergents, creams, and lotions. So, if you've never come across dill before, well, you may want to try it out. I mean, not only is it used as for its medicinal purposes, but it is also used as a fragrance. That's right. So the next time you see some dill, you may want to take a quick sniff, take a quick smell. That way you can see exactly why the fragrance industry uses this particular herb, right? So there we have it, guys. A few fun facts about the one and only dill. All right, more fun facts. The earliest known record of dill as a medicinal herb was found in Egypt 5,000 years ago, when the plant was referred to as a soothing medicine. That's right, guys. So take a look at the picture. As you can clearly see, we do have some ancient Egyptians involved in some type of activity that probably uses dill. That's right, guys. So not only is it used today, but it's been used as far back as 5,000 years ago. All right, more fun facts. You want to avoid washing or overwashing dill for several reasons. Because dill weed wilts very quickly, it's best to keep it free of moisture. If you purchase organic dill, there's no need to wash it because it has been grown without the use of pesticides. When stored in the refrigerator, dill can last up to 10 days and still maintain its freshness. Freezing is another great way to store dill, and it will last several months. Who knew? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever come across dill and maybe you need to store it, maybe you're not going to use it immediately, right? Then go ahead, put it in the fridge. Go ahead and freeze it, right? Don't worry, it'll be a-okay. So there we have it, guys. A few more fun facts about the one and only dill. All right, it's time for the not so fun facts. Dill can also cause allergic reactions in people with allergies to plants in the carrot family. So guys, if you're allergic to carrots, then chances are you may also be allergic to dill. In addition, dill may lower blood sugar. So you should be careful and consult your doctor if you have diabetes or are having surgery, as lower blood sugar can cause complications. Also, it's recommended to stop taking any dill at least 2 weeks prior to surgery. That's right. Now, take a look at the picture. Now, this picture shows a beautiful dill plant, but then it also lists dill allergy symptoms, right? So things such as sneezing, chapped lips, skin rashes and bumps, itching, contact dermatitis, hives, asthma, vomiting, and diarrhea. And let's not forget about anaphylaxis, right? So guys, these symptoms are absolutely nothing to play with. So if you know you have a known dill allergy, then you may either want to reduce your usage of dill or completely eliminate it altogether. Ultimately, the choice is yours. I just thought I would educate you. That's all. So there we have it, guys. Some not so fun facts about the one and only dill. All right, more not so fun facts. Due to dill's effects on menstruation, it's not recommended to use dill when pregnant or breastfeeding. That's right. So ladies, please put down the dill pickles. It can start menstruation, which could lead, in some cases, to a miscarriage. Oh no. In addition, the effects dill has on breastfeeding have not been studied enough, so it's recommended to avoid dill while breastfeeding. So, ladies, let's talk. If you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, even if you're thinking about getting pregnant, you may want to put down the dill pickles. You may want to stop using the herbs, right, for flavors. Yes, because ultimately it can be very, very harmful, not only to you, but also to your unborn child. And of course, once the child is born, yes, so please, if you have any known issues with dill, please rethink your steps. So there we have it, guys. A few more not so fun facts about the one and only dill. All right, guys, it's time for the 520 rule. The 520 rule is all about food labels. That's right, guys. It's a guide. It's a guide that lets us know whether or not a food or beverage item is a good source or not a good source of any particular nutrient. Now, when we talk about the 520 rule, really we're talking about percent daily value, abbreviated percent DV. Now, let's take a look at our sample food label. As you can see, it is divided into 3 main parts. We have purple, yellow, and light blue. So let's take it color by color. First, let's talk about the percent daily value column, which is in purple. Now, as you can see, percent DV is represented as a percentage. Now, yes, there is a range with a low end of 0% to a high end range of 100%. Now, let's take a look at the yellow portion. The yellow portion basically highlights some nutrients such as saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, and sodium. Now, it's very unfortunate, but these nutrients do a really good job at promoting and causing sickness, illness, and disease within the body temple. So if anything, you really want to make sure that wherever you're eating or drinking, that these percent DVs are as close to 0% as possible. Next, let's talk about the blue nutrients, such as dietary fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. Well, guys, here's the good news. These nutrients do just the opposite of the yellow nutrients. Rather than promote sickness, illness, and disease within the body temple, they promote wellness and ultimately health within the body temple. So the next time you eat or drink something, you may want to check and see if that item has very, very high percentages of dietary fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. Why? Because the higher the number, the better it is for you. That's right. Now, let's dive just a little deeper into the 520 rule. Let's explain it further. Ladies and gentlemen, if a food or beverage item offers 0% to 9% DV of any particular nutrient, then that food or beverage item is not a good source of that particular nutrient. Next, if the food or beverage item offers 10% to 19% DV, then that food or beverage item is considered a good source of that particular nutrient. Lastly, if a food or beverage item offers 20% DV or greater, then that food or beverage item is considered an excellent source of that particular nutrient. So there we have it, guys, the ins and outs about the 520 rule. All right, now it's time to dive into the nutrition facts. Ladies and gentlemen, for today's lecture, we're going to say that a single serving of dill is equal to 1 cup of fresh dill weed sprigs. That's right. So, well, what are we going to get in this single serving? We're only going to get 4 calories. That's it. 0.6 grams of carbs. And look at this, 0.3 grams of protein, 0.1 grams of fat, and 0.2 grams of fiber. That's right, guys. You always have to remember that plant foods are going to be one of the only types of foods that will provide you with not only protein, but they also provide you with fiber. Very, very interesting. Next up, let's take a look at vitamin A coming in at 14% DV, good source. Then there's vitamin C coming in at 12% DV, good source. Then we have manganese coming in at only 6% DV, not a good source. Folate, 3% DV, not a good source. And lastly is iron, coming in at only 3% DV, not a good source. So there we have it, guys, the nutrition facts about the one and only dill. All right, now it's time to dive into the health benefits. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, let's very quickly discuss the principle of cause and effect. Now, the principle of cause and effect basically states that every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. There really is no such thing as chance and or luck. In other words, everything happens for a reason. That being said, guys, the reason why I'm bringing up the principle of cause and effect is because we're talking about health benefits. That's right. So here's what we need to understand is that the health benefit technically is the effect. What's more important is the cause, right? So not only are we going to discuss the health benefits, which technically are the effects, but then we also are going to talk about the cause, right? Which is the phytonutrient that's inside of the dill, or you can simply term it the medicine. So benefit number 1 may help reduce menstrual cramps. Great. So the question is, what's the cause? Well, dill has anti-inflammatory properties. Nice. Benefit number 2, helps reduce depression. So the question is, which phytonutrients, which medicines are responsible? Well, say hello to polyphenols, flavonoids, and tannins. Benefit number 3, lowers cholesterol. So now the question is, what's the cause? Well, cholesterol lowering properties of dill. Nice. Benefit number 4, may act as a natural bug repellent. Great. So the question is, what's the cause? Well, guys, here's the good news. Dill oil has insecticidal properties. That's right. Benefit number 5, may treat epilepsy. Nice. So the question is, what's the cause, Coach D? Well, guys, it's an aqueous extract of dill leaves, has anti-convulsant properties. Interesting. Benefit number 6, provides a source of energy and aids in digestion. So the question is, which phytonutrient is responsible? Well, say hello to petroselenic acid. Benefit number 7, contains antimicrobial effects. So what's the cause? The essential oil of dill weed. And last but not least, benefit number 8, well, it protects against free radicals. So the question is, what's the medicine, right? Responsible, yes, is monoterpenes. So there we have it, guys. 8 amazing health benefits from the one and only dill. All right, now it's time to discuss food, but specifically plant foods. Guys, I went to our go-to website for everything vegan, and I found 2 amazingly delicious dill plant-based recipes that I want to share with you right now. So the first one is entitled Potato Salad with Avocado and Dill. Take a look at the picture. Looks delicious, yes? Now, the second recipe is potato salad with horseradish vinaigrette. Take a look at that picture. Looks delish, yes? Well, guys, if you like these pictures, then you probably want to click on the description box. Why? Because I'm providing you with a direct link to both of these recipes. That's right. Now, when you get there, you're going to find some great information. Maybe a few pictures, maybe a video, but ultimately you will find cooking instructions, an ingredient list, and cooking time. That's right. So do me a favor, please open up the description box, click on the link, make the dish, taste the dish, come back to the video and share your thoughts. So there we have it, guys. Not one, but two deliciously looking vegan dill recipes from forksoverknives.com. All right, 23% Nation, I hear you. A lot of you say, well, Coach D, thanks for the fun facts and not so fun facts and the nutrition facts. But what I really want to know is, when in the world should I eat more dill? Well, guys, if that's your question, then the perfect day, and I do mean the perfect day to eat more dill, is Nature Day. What? Nature Day? Oh, yes, good old Nature Day. Ladies and gentlemen, Nature Day happens to be the first day of the 23% challenge. Now, maybe you know nothing about the challenge, and that's okay. So, in a nutshell, the 23% challenge is a monthly 7-day wellness program that is designed to help improve your health, your wealth, your relationships, and it also helps to save good old planet Earth. Now, there are two things that we need to know about the challenge. Number one, it's monthly, meaning January through December. And number two, it's 7 days long. As a matter of fact, it's the first 7 days of every single month. Now, that being said, we need to know that not only is Nature Day the first day of the challenge, but ultimately it's the first day of every month. That's right. So whether it's May 1st, July 1st, or even August 1st, it's always Nature Day. Now, a lot of people may be interested in Nature Day, and so you may want to know, what in the world is Nature Day all about? Well, guys, as the name implies, Nature Day is all about nature. Yes. Now, here's the thing. It's all about really getting closer to nature through food, but specifically plant foods. So in other words, guys, it's time to eat more plants. Now, for some people, that may be easy. For others, it may be very, very difficult. Well, here's what I say. Baby steps. That's right. So here are a few things that you can do to incorporate more plant foods into your daily diet. Number one, try eating only plant foods and drinking only water before 12 p.m. That way, after 12 p.m., you can eat and drink whatever you want. Or how about we only eat plant foods and drink only water after 12 p.m. That way, before 12 p.m., you can eat and drink whatever you want. Now, for those of us who think that 12 hours is too little, right, then you may want to step it up. You may want to up the ante. Well, if that's you, then I have a few more options. Next, try to become a 3% vegan. Now, technically, that's any person, man, woman, or child, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only 1 day out of an entire month. Next up is a 10% vegan. Now, that's any person, man, woman, or child, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only 3 days out of an entire month. Next up is a 17% vegan. Now, that's any person, man, woman, or child, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only 5 days out of an entire month. Next up is a 23% vegan. Now, that's the ultimate, right? And technically, that's what Coach D considers himself to be. So what does that mean? Well, guys, it means that for the first 7 days of every single month, I only eat plant foods and drink only water. So now the question is, which plant foods do you eat? Well, guys, I only eat from the 5 food groups of plant foods. So that would be all fruits, all vegetables, including herbs and spices. Next up would be nuts and seeds. Then we have legumes, meaning beans and peas. And lastly, whole grains. So there we have it, guys, the ins and outs of Nature Day. All right, guys, sorry about that. Maybe you have mental issues such as ADHD. Maybe you're depressed. Maybe you have anger issues, or maybe you're just sad. And so maybe you're looking for a natural, holistic approach to your healing. Well, guys, it's easy. Eat more plants. Maybe you want to change your appearance. Maybe you want to lose a few pounds. Maybe you want to lose a few inches. Well, you may want to try our vegan lean program. Or maybe you're looking to bulk up naturally, right? Well, we have a vegan bulk program. Or maybe you're looking to transition from the standard American diet to a whole food plant based diet. Why? Because you know that it's good for the environment. Great. Nature Day is definitely for you. Or maybe you just may want to eat more plants simply to become healthier, right? So, guys, if you meet any of those descriptions, then yes, Nature Day is definitely for you. All right, it's time for Coach D's tips. Why? Because I want your Nature Day to be successful. So, tip number 1, go to your local grocery store. Now, when you get there, you're going to go to 3 places. Number 1 is the produce section. Number 2 is the freezer aisle. And number 3 is the canned good aisle. Now, a lot of people may say, well, Coach D, what's best, fresh, frozen, or canned? Well, guys, if I'm being honest, fresh is first. Second is going to be frozen, and canned is going to be all the way in 3rd place. Now, why are canned plant foods in 3rd place? Well, guys, here's what you have to understand, is that during the canning process, a lot of toxins are added and a lot of nutrients are lost. So when you eat these canned foods, you may end up eating more toxins than you are nutrients, unfortunately. Tip number 2, visit the prepared dishes section of your local grocery store. So once you're done with the produce section, the canned good aisle, and the freezer aisle, walk on over to the prepared dishes section and talk to the person behind the counter. Ask them if they have any vegan options, not vegetarian, okay? And if they have something but you don't quite know what it tastes like, then ask for a sample. Don't worry, it's free. And then if you like it, well, buy it by the pound. 2 pounds, maybe even 3 pounds if you really, really, really like it. Next up, go visit your local farmer's market. Now, here's the great thing about farmers markets is that they only cater to the non-GMO organic plant food market. That's right. So for all of us who have to have organic this, organic that, non-GMO this, non-GMO that, well, guys, a farmer's market is definitely the place to be. Also, you may experience cheaper produce prices. Why? Because the food is grown locally. Tip number 4, go visit your local vegan restaurant. And don't just visit them, actually sit down and eat. Now, guys, vegan restaurants are amazing for a few reasons. Number 1, they do offer vegan chefs to produce the food, right? So the good thing about vegan chefs is that, number 1, they know how to cook plant foods so that they retain the majority of their nutrients, but then they also know which plant foods to combine to yield the most delicious, nutritious dishes. Amazing. Next up, and this is the last tip, is to get a subscription to a vegan meal prep company. Now, this is for those of us who don't have time to cook plant foods, for those of us who don't want to cook plant foods, or even for those of us who don't know how to cook plant foods, right? Well, guys, all you have to do is give them a call, right? And here's how they operate. They deliver, you eat. It's just that simple. So there we have it, guys. 5 amazing tips from Coach D. Why? Because I want your Nature Day to be great. All right, it's time for our question of the day, which comes from yours truly and the rest of the 23% nation. We have inquiring minds, so we want to know, true or false, dill is used to flavor pickles. Now, I believe I covered this information earlier in the lecture, so if you got it, great. Please write your answer in the comment box below. If you missed it, it's okay, hit rewind. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is your man, Coach D. I'm signing out. But before I go, I got to ask you to please subscribe, share, comment, and like the video, especially if you love dill. And don't forget to use our 3-word mantra. It's #EatMorePlants. As stated earlier, my name is Coach D. I'm signing out. Always remember to take care, God bless, and never ever forget that Coach D loves you.